Just get to hoovering, picking up all the bits and bobs from leftover from last night.
Jestem pewny, że to się skończy przed czasem, najpóźniej w drugiej.
Tak pro mě bude změna, že to bude na 3 kola. Já už jsem dlouho zapasil na 5 kol.
We just got class about to start, so I'm just going to hoover the mats before everyone gets here, get the heaters on, heat the mats up so they're not cold first takedowns and whatnot, so just get everyone a little bit, I guess, comfortable and ready to roll and ready to do their thing. Yeah, just get to hoovering, picking up all the bits and bobs from leftover from last night. Pretty much every night bar Thursday when I'm up in London for the whole night, and yeah, there's me and one other instructor at the moment. We kind of keep this place going and keep it alive, and hopefully bring up the next generation of kind of fighters, basically. I think to a certain extent, I was always kind of naturally gifted at doing, I guess, techniques and fighting in MMA. So what I found massively is, you know, I could do a technique, but I couldn't necessarily always teach it. Rather than from teaching, I've learned how to basically explain techniques better and also explain multiple different ways, because not everyone's going to understand one way of doing it, or the way you necessarily learned it, or the way you've kind of teach it. So you have to be able to explain it 2 or 3 different ways to get to the same end goal. So I think that's what's kind of helped me a lot is teaching. Family is a massive motivation for me. Obviously, it's me and my wife that kind of started this area in this gym together. Obviously, now we've got a daughter here. As you can see, there's probably random balls in the background where she loves kind of coming in here on a Saturday normally when we get a bit more spare time, and I guess running around and bashing into walls and kicking the ball around. But yeah, it's a big motivation. It's definitely what keeps me going and keeps me kind of training hard and pushing myself. Again, it's an odd one with the money. Obviously, it's going to be massively helpful because I've said, I kind of said before, what I was thinking of was buying either a house or a flat for my daughter once she eventually gets old enough to kind of have a place of her own. I kind of do this sport because I enjoy it greatly, you know, so I enjoyed that fight, and I didn't necessarily feel, I guess, put out or anything else after that. It was just good to get back in there and kind of do what I love to do.
Moim przeciwnikiem w pierwszej kolejce jest Dawid Kozma. Jest wysoki, bitny, bardzo charakterny. Walczy do końca, bardzo szybko wraca do siebie po zmęczeniu, po przerwach. Agresywnie walczy, cały czas dąży do dominacji. Dużo obala, ale w tym parterze nie kontroluje. Tak jakby chciał po prostu zaznaczyć obalenie i uderzyć z chaosu, z tego, co z tej sytuacji tam wychodzi. Planuję wywierać presję na niego, szukać klinczu, obaleń, ale nie za wszelką cenę. Jak będę widział, że się gubi w stójce, tak będę ciągnął tą akcję w stójce. Jestem pewny, że to się skończy przed czasem, najpóźniej w drugiej rundzie. Walcząc w Oktagon GAMECHANGER, wspinam się po drabinie do szczytu. Będę walczył teraz z coraz najlepszymi zawodnikami. Chcę walczyć z najlepszymi, wygrywać i cały czas się rozwijać, dążyć do sukcesu. Tym bardziej, że główna nagroda jest jaka jest, także pozwoli mi to osiągnąć dużo więcej. W walce planuję dominować w stójce, wybronić próbę sprowadzenia, skończyć z góry, albo jakimś poddaniem, albo ciosami.
Tak čekáme tady rozhovor s Ondřejem Němcem, pozval si mě tady před GAMECHANGERem, tak se asi bude ptát jako na nějaké věci z GAMECHANGERa. Už jsem se ptal, jestli tam budou jako nějaké otázky na tělo, říkal mi, že nic speciálního, takže jako, i kdyby byly na tělo, tak jako, když tak neodpovím, tak co?
No samozřejmě, že Davida čeká velice těžký rozhovor. Připravil jsem si opravdu jako těžká témata, uvidíme, jak to zvládne. GAMECHANGER si stále jako samotný ten projekt získává vlastně ohlas a hlavně zvědavost lidí. Já bych řekl, že pro Davida je to takové jako fakt zahřívací, že tam pak se můžou vygenerovat mnohem obtížnější soupeři.
Je dobrý hlavně na zemi a ve wrestlingu, takže vím o něm tohle. Tak pro mě bude změna, že to bude na 3 kola. Já už jsem dlouho zapasil na 5 kol. Je to pro mě výhoda těch 5 kol, protože ti soupeři se potom v tom 4. a 5. kole už se lámou, kdy já to na nich vidím. Teďka to je bohužel nejenom na 3 kola. Nic extrémního se nezměnilo, jako fyzický kondičák udělal jako nějaké detaily v kondiční přípravě, ale já budu muset jako nasadit větší tempo už od začátku a prostě myslet na to, že je to na 3 kola. Jestli jsem jediný zápasník, co jde radši do 5kolového zápasu, myslím, že ještě Kuzník měl vždycky radši ty 5koláky, takže myslím, že jediný nejsem, že Kuzník taky to měl hodně rád.
What's up, man? How you doing, Happy? All good, thank you very much. 10 minutes time, we'll begin the class, get people warming up the legs, and then we're doing single legs tonight for the wrestling, and then we're doing some stuff on the knee shield for the grappling. How you doing? Will, you're going to be getting filmed, my friend. See you, man. Good to see you. Got fellow boxer doing the filming tonight. Good to see you, Jerry. We're in our flat wrestling stance. I see his lead left leg. Okay, all I'm going to do, make a little post. I'm just going to step that outside leg over. My head's going to the chest, and I'm just making that grab. A couple of these guys, Big Raf was, 20 years ago, he got his blue belt when he was back in Poland. So he came over. He was actually one of my first instructors when I was kind of starting out when I was young and 15 and stuff. So, I mean, it's just a travesty almost that he hasn't been promoted until now. And obviously he's been killing plenty of purple belts, plenty of brown belts up until now. So, you know, it's just for me, an amazing honor to be able to give him that. Too flat on your back. So for this tournament, I'm obviously incredibly excited again. When I first started watching this sport, it was all tournament-based stuff. So it was all the early UFCs, all the early Prides, all the early Valley Tudo kind of Brazilian tournaments. It was all tournaments. So granted, a lot of them were in like one-night tournaments, but there's something just, I guess, exciting about being in a tournament. So I'm going to make my level change. I'm driving off that back leg, lead knee drops down, and I'm up into my double. My first matchup is against Mate. And I think he's just incredibly resilient. He's incredibly relentless. He's always coming forward, always putting that pressure on, throwing his strikes to get his takedowns. And yeah, again, I think it's going to be an absolute dogfight and a war for 3 5-minute rounds. You know, he's going to be non-stop as he always has been for every fight he's been in. For me in this fight, my prediction is just getting my hand raised at the end. I've got to do anything and everything I can during that match to implement my game and get the win. I mean, for the toughest test and so on, it's going to be interesting. We'll see how obviously all the other fights break down, but Cosmo's an incredibly tough person. Apollo's an incredibly tough person. Pretty much everyone in the tournament could possibly win this. You know, everyone's an incredible fighter. So it'll be interesting to see how this first set of round turn out. I mean, I feel incredibly honoured for Carlos to be able to pick me for the favourite to win the tournament. I have trained with Carlos in the past, and I know how tough he is, and he knows how tough I am, and we've both put a lot of sweat and blood into our training together and into fights what we've had at the same shows. It'll be a massive thing at the end of the day if I can get the win and get that prize money. But again, for me, I always fight for the love of the sport. I try not to let the money motivate me. It's the winning that motivates me. That's what I want to do at the end of the day. It's to win the fight and win them all. She's a blue belt. She does know how to do triangles, okay? It's official. It's okay. She does do triangles.
16 elitních bojovníků z Evropy. O prize money 1 milion eur. Začínáme už 4.3. v Ostravě.